All right, I think we're live, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here. This is my weekly Bitcoin chart analysis, as you see in my thumbnail. You're probably wondering when the next wave is happening. So I'm going to talk about potential next wave, and maybe some other thoughts of why I think it's going to be bigger than the previous waves. And not only bigger, but as time goes on, more it's going to last, hopefully last longer. I think it's going to last longer. And also be more sustainable. Hello, King Savage. How are you doing? Good to have you in the live chat. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Let me say hello to you. Hopefully everything's well with you. So I'll talk a little bit about that and some other things as well. Make sure everything is up to date here. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing well. I enjoyed my Easter holiday. And everything that's going on in the Discord server. Yeah, I know it's delayed. It is delayed. I know, but it's all right. You know how it goes. But it'd be nice if you come back. We had some people ask about you, but I'm sure you're doing okay. So anyway, let's get to my chart analysis. Before I start, I want to put in my QR code here. So you've been focusing on some things. Yeah, I figured so. I'm sure you have more. You only have so much time on your hands. I'm sure you can't just play games and live stream and spend all your time on Discord. You probably have a life, and you should be focusing on things like whatever you're focusing on. You don't have all the time in the world. So before I start, here's my Bitcoin address. If you're inclined to donate, I do appreciate it. I do this weekly. Hopefully it gives you some insight if you're new to the cryptocurrency space. And if you're new to the cryptocurrency space and you appreciate the insights, I also will appreciate the Bitcoin that you give me. What are you saying, King Savage? You talk to this girl around 8 hours a day. It may not be important to you, but it is. But me, it is. And I am really enjoying talking with her. Oh, okay. Yeah. Once you find a partner, once you find someone to be with, you'll find that you'll spend less time playing games, less time, I don't know, less time being by yourself and more time being with somebody else. And often that doesn't include playing games or being on Discord or going live or or chatting up on the voice chat. So yes, love. Hopefully it's a love interest. your love interest usually consumes a lot of your time. If it goes if it goes any further than what you have now, you'll eventually other things will consume even more of your time until your life becomes consumed by what you do. Having children, maintaining a relationship, yeah, takes up a lot of your time. You were up till 5 a.m. on the phone with her. Um, did you have to pay for that phone call? If it's one of those 800 or 1888 or 1900 numbers, hopefully it's not one of those where you have to pay to call. I'm just joking. I'm pretty sure. Is it a long distance relationship? If it is, I hope it's not a long distance, like you actually know the person. You've actually met the person. No? Okay. I just had to ask. You never know. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Otherwise, I would be a little concerned for you. I would think it's a scam. You're being catfished. Longer distance. Oh, okay. But not very long. Okay. Well, I'm glad for you. I'm glad you know her. Yeah. You don't want to, romance scams are pretty prevalent. Okay. Well, I'm very happy for you. Hopefully you'll come by if you have some spare time and say hello in the voice chat. Maybe you could talk about it a little bit. Oh, you're meeting her next week? Okay. Are you meeting her to get married? Is this a blind marriage? She's gonna be staying in your beach house with you next weekend? Is this a hookup? Are you hooking up with somebody? This is hilarious. Well, the weather is getting a lot warmer, so yes, I'm glad for you. Hopefully you'll have a great time at the beach house. I'm pretty sure you'll make wonderful memories. Memories you won't forget. Well, let me get back to my chart analysis. So if you're willing to donate, here it is. Please donate. Now we'll get onto the chart analysis. We'll see what holds. What's the future? My predictions of the future, what it's going to be like, and how it holds. So let's get on to it, shall we? All right, here's the chart from last week. And I don't know, can you see that? You might be able to see. Yeah, I think you're able to see that. I am a little tired. I actually stayed up all night, and I'm doing my morning Bitcoin weekly live stream. So I'm trying not to talk too loud too, because I think the mic, I don't know how it sounds in the live stream, but sometimes the mic picks up a lot. But yeah, I've been playing games all night and settling things in the Discord voice chat. We've had many new users come in. Every time there's a new user, it adds a different dynamic to the community. So I have to deal with that kind of stuff. You get 3 hours of sleep. I try to get at least 6. If I could sleep like all day, I would. If I could sleep, more than 8 hours, I would. 10 hours would be awesome. So here's the chart analysis here. If you're watching for the first time, moderators and members, whether you're a silver member, gold member, platinum member, are the only ones that can chat in this particular live stream. Just makes it easier for me. Yes, new people. There's new people coming in every day, and they add a different dynamic to the community. I'm talking about my Discord server. If some of you are listening to this or watching it, I do another live stream where I play games. I guess I'm a gamer now. And I have a Discord server where people join in. There's a voice chat. You have 18K subscribers. Yeah, I've been watching your subscriber count grow. I'm very impressed. I've had to tell other people about how you get your subscribers. Hopefully they'll get some ideas or get some new subscribers the way you've been getting some new subscribers. So let me clear this out. This is last week, and we'll focus on this part right here in particular. And if you're looking at it, you're probably, well, if you've been watching me, you're probably not surprised by the way the prices have been moving. If you're watching, this is your first time, you probably think that I have a crystal ball and I'm able to predict the price without a doubt. But that is not the case. There is no way anyone can predict the future. The things I do and what I talk about are only coming from my experience, my past experience, and just my experience in general with chart analysis. So let me zoom out, and I will remove all the lines here, and you will see all that is happening. All right, where I get these lines. All-time high, about 79,000, no, 69,000. Take a simple line, draw it, and that is our bear market. That represents the bear market, the price trend. That line, resistance. I'm going to take my Fibonacci fan line here, draw some fan lines just right on top of that. And you're seeing the fan lines, and they kind of correlate to this recent price action here, which is amazing because it seems to just line up, the waves line up, the price moving up, the trend line. If you see the moving averages, they have crossed over, called the golden cross, which usually represents the change in the trend from the trend going down, which you'll see the crossover here, which affectionately is called the death cross, to the golden cross. So you see the trend moving. And then I'll draw some other lines. Let's see, draw all-time high and the most recent all-time low. And if you're wondering where I got this other line here, I drew it from here. And you'll see that line right there. It's where it kind of hesitated before it started breaking up. I'm going to put another line right here where I think if it does break out, where I think it will go. So you see where I'm getting some resistance. These support areas become resistant areas, not for any particular reason other than the way the price moves is not because of some event, although they do correlate to an event. It sometimes has to do with the time because the way the price of Bitcoin works, it works in a way that every 4 years there is something called the halvening, and everybody who understands what that is knows about it, so they know how to capitalize on it. But also, a lot of people trade. A lot of people trade, and what they're trading on is some of the tools that I use in making price prediction and doing chart analysis. Simply drawing up lines. That's all it is. You're drawing up a whole bunch of lines and they're making a guess on the price from what happened in the past to present time and sometime in the near future, or I doubt distant future, but near future. And that's why you see the price move the way it does. Other things that influence the price are cognitive dissonance. In other words, me making this video can influence your behavior and what you do. And if enough people see this or talk about it or believe that this is going to happen, it often does. So that's why you see a lot of the prices react if you can make it appear that you know what you're talking about. But in reality, nobody knows what they're talking about. But it looks convincing when you put some lines up in here and you draw, straight lines, and you draw the trend lines and everything, and you make your case for it. So, and it's a lot of psychology. Since people see this and it makes sense to them and they believe it, enough people, if you can get enough people to trade on that information, the price will react and your predictions will come true. But really, it's just, in a way, social engineering, cognitive dissonance. So that's what's happening here. That's what I think is happening here. Is there a reason for this price to move the way it does? None whatsoever. All right, that's just my opinion, but I will make an analysis and I will make a prediction. Let's see if it holds up. All right, so that's where I'm getting my lines and my information. And supports become resistance when the price, for example, this particular support area here in general, this support area right here became a resistance for this price area right here that you're seeing. And when it breaks out, you look for another support area. And when you're looking at a weekly, it's very easy to see support areas. So the next resistance will be right about here, and how far it will move, I don't know. It's hard to say because from here there could be a time where the price goes down, cools off a little bit, and it'll break out, it'll go back up. Hence my thumbnail. Next wave. When is the next wave? You're all probably wondering, when's the next wave? Is it going to continue to go up? Will it start going back down, consolidate, and push on to the next wave? I think the next wave is coming, but for every wave that happens, there's consolidation. It will retract. The price will retract, then you'll get a buildup and that push of new buyers coming in or existing buyers rebuying back in. This is going to push to the next wave. So let's see if I can get that out to you here. So the next wave will most likely happen after the next price consolidation. So I think if you look at it, I think we're there to the point where we have some consolidation coming up. I think there will be consolidation. How long it will last, I don't know. But I think if we follow this Fibonacci fan line, you're going to get consolidation. And then when you get the next breakout, and it's probably most likely going to touch up against this previous resistance and break out of that. And then it's going to stall right about here around this resistance as we get closer to this Fibonacci line. It's not going to be one wave. It could be one wave. It could just stall out, go sideways. But in general, once it reaches to this area of the Fibonacci line and this resistance, that's the next wave going to push, I think, all the way up. It's going to break out, and I think that's going to be the very first signal that we are definitely in a bull market. And again, as you get closer to November, I think closer to November, you'll get a stronger pressure, stronger signals, stronger buy signals, stronger momentum going up, and you'll only recognize it after the fact. But I think by then you'll definitely get a very good signal, very strong buy signals. Momentum, the momentum traders, short-term traders, the long-term traders, all these different people who trade different ways, whether they go short, they're short traders or whatever. The short traders will get out of the short positions, maybe even stay out of the market, maybe even flip, start going long. In any case, all these different kind of trade, they're all going to be pushing the price up. They're going to change their trading styles for a upward price trajectory, and they're going to be trading that way. Maybe even keeping the same style of the way they trade, but the trend is going to be up. They're going to be trading with the trend, and that's what's also going to propel these waves. And the waves are going to get bigger and bigger. The contraction will also get bigger, but the waves going up will get bigger until essentially an all-time high will be reached. And when it reaches that point, most likely, like 90% of the time, not 100% of the time, but 90% of the time, I would say, it will break the all-time high and make a new all-time high. And then trading, when it starts making new all-time high, that's when it becomes very unpredictable. There's nothing that you can look from the past. Like you can look right here at the past, and we can make some resistance. We can make some supports based on prices that peaked out, these peaks and valleys from the past. When it starts making a new all-time high, that's when things go crazy, because there's nothing to look at as far as support and resistance. So once it breaks the all-time high, it can be very volatile. The price action can be very fast, it can move so much. And this is the time where people will start talking about mortgaging their home and buying more, essentially borrowing money to buy more Bitcoin or get into cryptocurrency. For me, that's kind of like the early signal that you're starting to top out. But who knows? The exuberance of people's enthusiasm kind of goes a long way, and it can go on for years before uh, the price actually starts to decline. But when is the next wave? Next wave is coming after you get a retraction. So that's the next wave. Next wave. So I think there does need to be a contraction. Everything indicates to price contracting before you hit into the next wave. And the next wave, and again, this could take a few months. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's see here. And again, I'm going to put in my QR code if you appreciate my insights into trading. If you're looking to get in, what I would recommend is buy often. If you haven't done it now, do it. Continue to do it if you're taking a long-term strategy. Long-term strategy, the simplest way is to buy and hold. The easiest way to do it is to buy from someone who actually has Bitcoin to sell to you or to give to you. That would be my first recommendation. My last recommendation, if you choose to, is to go to the exchanges. But even if you do go to the exchanges, that's my least favorite option. I wouldn't recommend it. And if you do it, once you get your coins, once you get your cryptocurrencies, do not leave them in the exchange. Take them out into a wallet, digital currency wallet, crypto wallet, whatever you want to call it. Create your own private keys, cold storage. That's where you want to keep it because you run the risk of exchanges getting hacked. You run the risk of fraudulent exchanges, taking people's money. When you log into your account, you see a number. You think that's how rich you are. You're not rich unless you actually own your cryptocurrency. In other words, you own your private keys. Because if that's gone, you have nothing. You really have nothing. It's no different than if you were just to go to um, an unknown exchange, unlisted exchange market, penny stock markets. You might as well just do that because your risk is just high of being lost. That's how high your risk is. If you have cryptocurrencies and you're able to own the private keys, you own them. Even if the price crash, you still own them. You could probably hold on to it for the long run. My motto is HODL, buy and hold, be patient, and it will pay out huge, in my opinion. In the long run, people who trade in and out, I think that these people are foolish. Often these people who talk about trading, like buying and selling, in the long run, they make less money than people who just simply buy and hold. Simple strategy, nothing too fancy. Anyways, I'm gonna probably end this right now. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of my weekly Bitcoin chart analysis. When is the next wave? The next wave will happen after you see a contraction in the price. How far will it go? Well, you have to tune into next week or when it happens. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, become a member. You'll have a chance to chat in the live stream here and the live chat. Also, thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Until next time. See you next week. Bye.